Hello friends and my dear students, I welcome you all to my channel. I hope you are all well and your studies are also going on well. So this is chapter test number 2 on the chapters of polygons, quadrilaterals and parallelograms. This chapter there will be 10 multiple choice questions and ideally you should be able to solve this paper in 45 minutes. If you have not watched the previous chapter test number 1 on these same chapters, then I strongly request and suggest that you please watch that video also. So this video is part of the playlist CBSE Maths for class 8 following the textbook of author R.S. Aggarwal. If you are new to my channel or not yet subscribed, and if you are watching my videos and my videos are beneficial to you, then I strongly suggest and request that you please support me by subscribing to my channel, and also do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. So let's get started in solving the problems of chapter test number 2 on the chapters of polygons, quadrilaterals and parallelograms. Okay, so I have the problems test number 2 on the left hand side. I hope the fonts are big enough so that you can see them properly. The link to the PDF of this chapter test number 2 will be there in the description below. On the right hand side, I will solve the problems. I will pause for a few seconds after solving a problem so that you can take a screenshot of the solution if you think it will help you. As always try to solve the problems yourself first. Only when you are stuck and if you cannot solve it or you want to see my solution, then please watch this video. And please note that there are possibly many ways of solving a problem. So I will be following my way of solving it, but please remember that there can be multiple solution of a given problem. Okay, so let's start solving the problem. The first problem says there is a figure. In this figure, ADEF is a parallelogram. Okay, ABC is a triangle. And AGHI is a rhombus. Okay, is a rhombus. Okay, DAC and FAI are DAC, FAI and BAG are straight lines. Angle DEF is given to be 55 degree. Angle AGH is given to be 133 degree, and angle BAC is x degree. So find the value of x. We have to find the value of x. Okay, so this is question number 1. Let me see without drawing the figure if I can solve it. We have to find x. So ABC is just a triangle. AGHI is a rhombus. Okay, what is ADEF is a parallelogram. Okay, so ADEF is a parallelogram. So this will imply, we know in a parallelogram the opposite pair of angles are equal. So we will have angle FAD should be equal to angle E, which is equal to 55 degree. Okay, FAD is equal to 55 degree. Okay, this will imply the angle, vertically opposite angle to angle FAD is angle CAI. CAI is equal to angle FAD. So is equal to 55 degree. Okay. We have to find x. Okay. Also AGHI is a rhombus. So definitely this rhombus is a parallelogram. So we must have GH is parallel to AI, GH is parallel to AI, and BG or BAG is a transversal, so we will have corresponding angles equal. So angle AGH will be equal to angle BAI. They are corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. Okay, so this implies what will be angle BAI will be equal to 133 degree. Now what is angle BAI? Angle BAI is angle BAC plus angle CAI. This is equal to 133 degree. This implies what is angle BAC, x degree, plus angle CAI is 55 degree, is equal to 133 degree. This implies x degree is equal to 133 degree minus 55 degree. This is equal to 8, 13, 6, 7, 78 degree. So x degree is 78 degree. So this implies x is equal to 78. So x is 78. So we used the properties of parallelogram, rhombus, and corresponding angles in a two parallel straight lines and a transversal. Okay, so the answer is, the correct choice is C is the correct choice. Now, if I am doing any kind of mistakes and applying a wrong concept or doing any kind of calculation mistake, then please do let me know in the comment section. I will appreciate that. Okay, let's do the next problem. Question number 2. One of the diagonals of a rhombus is equal to its sides. So question number 2. It says one of the diagonals of a rhombus is equal to its sides. Then two equal angles of the rhombus is two equal angles. Okay, so in general we know, let's say this is a diagonal. Let's say this is a diagonal. Let's say the rhombus is ABCD. So let's say this be the diagonal AC. Now it is given that one of the diagonals is equal to its sides. So AC will be equal to its sides. So let's say in that case, let's say this is the rhombus. This is the rhombus. So ABCD is the rhombus where this diagonal AC is equal to all the sides. In the rhombus, all the sides are equal, and also the diagonal AC is equal to all the sides. And it is asking then two equal angles of the rhombus is. So we know that a rhombus is a parallelogram. So we will definitely have angle D is equal to angle B, and we will have angle A is equal to angle C. We need to find either D or either D and B, or D and B are equal. We need to find either D and B or A and C. Okay. Now clearly in triangle we can see that in triangle ADC, all sides are equal. That is, AD is equal to AC is equal to DC, implies that triangle ADC is equilateral, so this will imply all the angles will be equal, that is 60 degree. So we must have angle D is equal to 60 degree. So this is also angle B. So one of the two opposite angles, equal angles in the rhombus is 60 degree. Now, so 60 degree. Now, so this is we have found to be 60 degree. So this is also 60 degree. Now, just for the sake of completeness, let's see what are the values of angle A and C. Since triangle ADC is an equilateral triangle, we will also have this is 60 degree. Also, this is 60 degree. So angle, and we know that so we have angle DAC. Angle DAC is also equal to 60 degree. And AC, we know in a rhombus, the diagonals bisects the angles of the rhombus. So AC bisects angle A. So this will imply that angle A will be equal to twice of 60 degree, which is equal to 120 degree. So this implies that angle A is equal to angle C is equal to 120 degree. Now in the choices, it is only given 60 degree. So we know that in this rhombus, the diagonal which is equal to all the sides, the angles being connected by that diagonal, that is angle A and C, will be 120 degree each, and the other two opposite angles will be 60 degree. So definitely, as per the given choices, the correct choice is B, that is 60 degree. Then two equal angles of the rhombus is 60 degree, because 120 degree is not there in the choices. Okay, let's do question number 3. There is a figure. ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram, and CPQR is a square. Okay, and EPR is parallel to AB. EPR is parallel to AB. Okay, angle ABP is m degree. Then find m. Okay. So ABCD is a parallelogram. Fine. ABCD is a parallelogram. EPR is parallel to AB. EPR is parallel to AB. Okay. EPR. Okay. So EPR is parallel to AB. We have to find m. Also, CPRQ is a square. CPRQ is a square. Okay, so CPRQ is a square, and PR is a diagonal. We know in a square the diagonals bisect the angles. In a square and rhombus, the two diagonals always bisect the angles. So CPQR is a square, PR is a diagonal, so it will bisect the angles P and R. So this will and each bisecting angles, that is each angle of a square is 90 degree. So the angle P will be 90 degree. Okay, so PR is a diagonal, so we must have angle CPR. Angle CPR will be equal to half of angle CPQ. Angle CPQ, this is equal to half of 90 degree, because angle CPQ is one angle of the square which is 90 degree. So this is equal to 45 degree. Angle CPR is 45 degree. angle CPR is 45 degree. Okay. Mm, okay. Now angle CPE plus angle CPE and angle CPR, they are linear pair of angles, so their sum must be equal to 180 degree. That is linear pair. Angle CPE and angle CPR, they are linear pair of angles. That is, they are angles formed on the same side of the straight line EPR at the point P. So their sum should be equal to 180 degree. So we have this. Okay. Now this implies angle CPE, plus what is angle CPR? Angle CPR is 45 degree. 45 degree is equal to 180 degree. So this implies angle CPE is equal to 180 degree minus 45 degree. This is equal to 135 degree. So angle CPE is 135 degree. Okay. Now what is angle CPE? Okay. Now it is given that EPR is parallel to AB. This implies angle CPR should be equal to angle CBA as they are corresponding angles. EPR is parallel to AB. And BPC, we can say BPC is a transversal. Then we must have angle CPR and angle CBA are corresponding angles. So this implies angle CBA is equal to angle CPR, which is equal to, we have found angle CPR to be 145 degree. So we can say that this angle CBA is nothing but m degree, is equal to 45 degree. So this implies m is equal to 45. So the value of m is 45, and hence the correct choice is A. A is the correct choice. Okay, let's do question number 4. Question number 4. Okay, so this is a figure is given. ABCD is a kite where angle D is 105 degree, angle C is 50 degree, angle A is y degree, angle B is x degree. Then values of x and y respectively are, we have to find x and y. So ABCD is a kite. Okay. So in a kite, we know that there are two pair of adjacent sides which are equal, but the opposite sides are unequal, and one diagonal is bisected by the other diagonal, and the diagonal that is bisected, so the kite is something like ABCD is kite where angle D is 105 degree. In a kite, so basically the structure of a kite is, we have this is one pair of equal adjacent sides, and let's say this is another pair of equal adjacent sides. So AB, let's say A, B, C, D. This is a kite. Okay. So in a kite, in a kite, let's say in this kite, the diagonal BD is bisected. The diagonal BD is bisected by the diagonal AC. AC is not bisected, but the diagonal BD is bisected. If in a kite, if this is the kite ABCD, where we have DC is equal to BC, and AD is equal to AB, and the diagonal BD is bisected, then we must have angle, the two angles connected by the diagonals which is bisected, they are equal. That is, angle D should be equal to angle B. Now if okay, 50. Then the values of x and y. Okay. Angle D is equal to B. Now we don't know in this in the given figure in the problem, we are not sure whether angle D is equal to angle B or angle A is equal to angle C, because in a kite only one pair of opposite angles are equal, and that pair of equal opposite angles is the angles which is being connected by the diagonal which is bisected. Since no information is given about the diagonals in this kite, we don't know which are the two opposite angles which is being connected by the diagonal which is bisected. So let's say we have to do some trial and error. Let's say equal to, let's say, 105 degree. Let's say D is equal to angle in this given figure in the problem kite. Let's say angle D and angle B are the equal opposite pair of angles, pair of equal opposite angles. Now if this is so, this will imply that this is so the x VR will be equal to 105, and we know that the sum of the angles in a kite, since it's a quadrilateral, will be 360 degree. So we must have angle D plus angle B plus angle A plus angle C is equal to 360 degree. So this implies, and D is given, D and B are equal. We have assumed that angle D and B are equal opposite angles. So angle D is 105, angle B is also 105, angle A is y degree, and angle C is given to be 50 degree. This is equal to 360 degree. So this implies 105 plus 105 is 210 degree plus 50 degree plus y degree is equal to 360 degree. This implies y degree is equal to 360 degree minus 260 degree. This is equal to 100 degree. So this implies y is equal to 100. This can be a possibility. We have assumed that the angles D and B, these are the two opposite angles, equal angles in a kite. We know in a kite only one pair of opposite angles are equal. So x can be 105 and y can be 100. So B can be a choice. B can be a choice. And if we assume that the angle A and angle C are the opposite pair of angles, equal angles, then y will be 50 degree. Y will be 50 degree, and let's see. So this was based on the assumption. So this implies that x is equal to 105 and y is equal to 100. This is based on the fact that angle A. This is based on the assumption that angle D is equal to angle B. This is one possible solution. And x equals to 105 and y equals to 100 is there in the as one of the choice, that is choice B. Now let me check whether it is possible that angle A is equal to angle C. Now if angle A is equal to angle C, this will imply that angle A is equal to 50 degree. Angle A is equal to 50 degree. This will imply that y degree equals to 50 degree. This will imply y equals to 50. Y equals to 50. Now if y equals to 50, this will imply that angle B will be equal to 360 degree minus angle D plus angle A plus angle C. This is equal to 360 degree minus angle D is 105 degree minus angle A is 50 degree minus angle C is also 50 degree. This is equal to 360 degree minus 100, 205 degree. This is equal to 5 and 55 degree. No, sorry, 155 degree. So if this implies angle B is what? Angle B is x degree. So x degree is equal to 155 degree. This implies x is equal to 155. So if we assume that angle A and angle C are the opposite equal angles in the kite, then we are having x is equal to 155 and y is equal to 50. That is also a choice. Choice A. Then values of x and y respectively are, we are having two possible choice A and choice B. It's a kite. We are having two possible choices. One can be, so this implies that x is equal to 155 and y is equal to 50 based on the fact, this is based on the fact that angle A is equal to angle C. Angle A is equal to angle C. But if we consider the angle D is equal to angle B, then we are having x equals to 105 and y equals to 100. That is choice B. So to me, I don't know why two choices are coming true or correct. So I will say choice A and B are correct. Choice A and B are correct. But there should be, these are multiple choice question. One choice only one choice should be correct. I don't know. It is possible that I have written the problem incorrectly. There might be some more information. Mm. 100, 200, 5. Anyway, I will look into this problem later on. I will see whether I have correctly copied the problem or not. If I have incorrectly copied the problem, I will address this problem in some future videos. But as per the given diagram and the data, I am having two choices as correct, that is A and B. So x can be 100. One second. How can x can be? Oh, okay. So x can be 150 degree, 55 degree, and y can be 50. Okay. And the other choice is x can be 105 and y can be 100. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 5. PQRS is a rhombus. PQRS is a rhombus. Okay. PQRS is a rhombus. So we have the diagonal PR, and there is a point T connecting P and R. So angle TPR is 68 degree. Okay. Angle PTR is 33 degree. Angle PSR is 100 degree. Angle QRT is x degree. QRT, find x. Okay, so from this diagram we have to find x. PQRS is a rhombus. Okay. Now PQRS is a rhombus. One angle S is given to be 100 degree. PQRS is a rhombus. One second. In the kite. Okay, I think for the previous problem, question number 4. I think I will give another try. I will try it in some another method. Maybe I incorrectly solved this problem. Anyway, let's complete the other problems. Question number 5. So we have this. PQRS is a rhombus. Since it's a rhombus, PQRS is a rhombus. PQRS is a rhombus. PQRS is a rhombus. This will imply that in triangle PRS, we will have PS. All the sides in a rhombus are equal, so we must have PS is equal to SR. This will imply the opposite angles in the triangle, angles opposite to the sides PS and SR should be equal. So we must have angle SPR is equal to angle PRS. And also we know that angle SPR plus angle PRS should be using the angle sum property of the triangle PRS. We must have angle SPR plus angle PRS should be equal to 180 degree minus angle S of the PQRS, which is equal to 180 degree minus 100 degree, which is 80 degree. So now we can say, since angle SPR is equal to PRS, we can say twice of angle SPR is equal to 80 degree. So this implies angle SPR is equal to 80 degree by 2, which is 40 degree. SPR is 40 degree. Now SPR is 40 degree. SPR is 40 degree. Okay. Now we must also have in rhombus we must have angle. Rhombus is a parallelogram, so we must have so for the rhombus, sorry for my clumsy solution, for the rhombus we must have angle P and angle S. They are adjacent angles. They are adjacent angles. They must be supplementary. That is, their sum will be 180 degree. So this implies what is angle P? Angle P is angle QPR plus angle SPR. Is so we have angle P is equal to angle QPR plus angle SPR, plus we have angle S. Angle S is 100 degree, is equal to 180 degree. So this implies angle QPR is we have angle QPR plus what is angle SPR? SPR is 40 degree. So 40 degree plus 100 degree is equal to 180 degree. So this implies angle QPR is equal to 40 degree. Angle QPR is also 40 degree. Similarly, we will have in triangle PQR, since PQ is equal to QR, that is the sides, these are the sides of the rhombus, this will imply that angle QPR must be equal to angle PRQ. This is equal to angle QPR is 40 degree. Okay. Now, okay. So angle QPR, angle PRQ is equal to 40 degree. Now, in triangle PTR or TPR, in triangle TPR, we must have angle T plus angle P plus angle R is equal to 180 degree using the angle sum property of a triangle. Now this implies angle T is given to be 33 degree. What is angle P? Angle P is given to be 68 degree. And what is angle R? Angle R is nothing but we can see X, the angle X plus angle PRQ. This should be equal to 180 degree. Now this implies 33 plus 68 is 101 degree, 11, and plus X plus what is PRQ? PRQ is 40 degree, is equal to 180 degree. So this implies X is equal to 180 degree minus 141 degree, which is equal to 39 degree. So X is 39 degree, and hence the correct choice is B. B is the correct choice. Okay, let's do question number 6. Question number 6. If AB and CD are two diameters of a circle, AB and CD are two diameters of a circle, then ABCD is a, okay, just draw the diagram. So AB and CD are two diameters. So let's say this is circle and this is the center. AB and CD are two diameters of a circle. So they will both AB and CD will pass through the center. So let's say this is AB, this is AB, and this is CD. Sorry. This is CD. They are both diameters, so they will pass through the center. Let's say O is the center. Okay. Now it is asking about the quadrilateral ABCD, ADBC, ADBC, ADBC. What kind of quadrilateral is this? That is the question. Okay, so what do we have? So only information we know is that AB and CD are diameters. Definitely, two diameters will AB and will be both the so we can clearly say that OC will be equal to OD and AO will be equal to OB, and these are the radius of the circle. So we can see that the diagonals of the quadrilateral ADBC are being bisected. So CO, so we can say that AB and CD are diameters, So this imply AB and CD will intersect at the circle, will intersect at the center of the circle, will intersect at the center O of the circle. So this implies that AB and CD will bisect each other, Now we have only this much of information. Now in a quadrilateral, if the diagonals bisect each other and the diagonals are equal and they bisect each other, then it is a rectangle. So in a quadrilateral, if the diagonals are equal and they are bisecting each other, then it will be a always it will be a quadrilateral. It will be a rectangle. Now, why is this so? This can be proved using congruency of triangle, based on congruent triangles. So basically, how do we prove that all the angles of the quadrilateral ADBC are right angles? So as you can see, OD is equal to OB. So these two angles will be equal, x degree, let's say. These two angles will be equal, and also these two angles are equal. Now clearly clearly we can see that triangle AOC will be congruent to triangle DOB because we have the vertically opposite angles are equal as OC is equal to OD, AO is equal to OB, and angle COA is equal to angle BOD. Based on this equality of two sides and the equality of the angle included by the two sides, we can say that triangle AOC will be congruent to triangle DOB. If this is so, then we must have this angle will also be x degree. This will be x degree, this will be x degree. Now, the moment we have, okay, so now we see that angle ACD, angle ACD is equal to angle CDB, and CD is a transversal to is a transversal that cuts AC and BD. Now, angle ACD and angle CDB are alternate interior angles to the transversal CD that cuts AC and BD. So, this will imply that AC is parallel to BD. AC is parallel to BD. Now, from the congruency of triangle, AOC and DOB, we will also have AC is equal to AD. AC is equal to BD. From the fact that triangle AOC is congruent to triangle DOB. Now, in a quadrilateral, if we have two opposite sides parallel and equal, it is a parallelogram. It is a parallelogram, but we are trying to prove that it is a rectangle. Now, please note that there is a choice square. Now, can ADBC be a square? Can ADBC be a square? Now, can ADBC be a square? AB and CD are two diameters of the circle. Okay, so we are having this. Now, if ADBC is a square, then definitely we must have the x value must be 45 degree. In that case, the diagonals must bisect the angles. Do we have then ABCD is a, if AB and CD are two diameters of a circle, now oh, okay, it can never be a square. It can never be a square because, so definitely now so we see that in this quadrilateral the diagonals are equal and they are bisecting each other. So, in a quadrilateral, if the diagonals are equal and they bisect each other, then it has to be a rectangle. It has to be a rectangle. Now, if for this quadrilateral which is inside a circle, it cannot be a square, because if it is a square, then AD will be equal to AC. Then AD can it be a square? Can it be a square? Is a square, rectangle, trapezium? Now we cannot say for sure that it can be a square, but definitely it will be a rectangle, because the only information we can have from the only results we are getting from the given fact that the diagonals AB and CD are the diameters of the circle. We can see that in this quadrilateral ADBC, the diagonals are, that is AB and CD, which are the two diameters of the circle, they are equal and they are bisecting each other. So in a quadrilateral, if two diagonals are equal and they are bisecting each other, it will be a rectangle. So I will go with the choice D. So this is a rectangle. Okay, let's do question number 7. The angles of a quadrilateral PQRS taken in an order are in the ratio 5:7:4:8. Then PQRS is a kite, parallelogram, rhombus or trapezium. Okay. PQRS taken in order, that is it is given that angle P is to angle Q is to angle R is to angle S is given as 5:7:4:8. Now based on the concept of ratio and proportion, we can find out the value of a particular angle directly, since we know that the sum of these angles P, so we have this, and we know that angle P plus angle Q plus angle R plus angle S is equal to 360 degree. In a quadrilateral, we know the sum of the angles is equal to 360 degree. So this will imply that angle P will be equal to, in the ratio, the corresponding part of angle P is 5. So 5 divided by the sum of all the parts, that is 5 plus 7 plus 4 plus 8, which is 12 plus 12, 24, multiplied by the sum of the angles, that is 360 degree. This is equal to 6 90 degree, 4 6 90 degree, and this is 15 degree. So this is 75 degree. 75 degree. Also angle Q will be equal to 7 by 24 multiplied by 360 degree. This will be equal to 15. So 105 degree. Also angle R will be equal to 4 by 24 multiplied by 360. This will be equal to 60 degree. And angle S will be equal to 8 by 24 multiplied by 360 degree. This is equal to 120 degree. Let me quickly check if the values are coming correct or not. The sum should be equal to 360 degree. So 180 to 40. Okay. Now we have to check. So what we are having so we are definitely seeing that Definitely it is not a parallelogram. It is not a parallelogram, because in a parallelogram we will have opposite pair of opposite angles will be equal. In a parallelogram there will be only two angles, two different angles, but in this quadrilateral we can see all the angles are different. All the angles are different. So definitely it is not a parallelogram. It is also not rhombus, because a rhombus is a parallelogram. So it can be a kite. It cannot be a kite. No, it cannot be a kite also, because in a kite we know in a kite one pair of opposite angles are equal. That is the diagonal which is being bisected. The opposite, the angles on either end of the diagonal that is bisected in a kite, they are equal. But in this quadrilateral PQRS we are seeing all the angles are different. All the angles are different. So definitely it is not a kite, it is not a parallelogram, it is not a rhombus, so it has to be a trapezium. Now it has to be a trapezium. Now also note that in a trapezium we know that one pair of sides, if PQRS is a trapezium, let's say PQRS, so it has to be a trapezium. So let's say PQ is parallel to SR. In that case, we must have angle P plus angle Q has to be 180 degree, and which is indeed the case. Angle P plus angle Q is equal to 75 degree plus 105 degree, which is 180 degree. So it has to be a trapezium PQRS where PQ is parallel to SR. So the correct choice is D. D is the correct choice. Okay. Let's see problem number 8. Question number 8. A mode is a MORE. Mode is a rectangle whose diagonals intersect at x. Okay. So it's a rectangle. So mode is the rectangle MORE. The diagonals are intersecting. At x. If angle OXR, this angle is 44 degree. Then find angle OMX. We have to find this angle. Let's say this be x degree. We have to find x. And mode is a rectangle. So what do we have? Mode is a rectangle. Okay. We have to find angle x. Okay. So if let's say this angle be y degree. Now in a rectangle you must be aware the fact that if the mode is a rectangle, the diagonals they obviously are equal and they bisect each other. Also the triangles, all the triangles which are formed on each side of the rectangle with the point of intersection of the diagonals, they are all isosceles triangle, meaning this angle will be equal to this angle, and also this angle will be equal to this angle. So these four angles are equal, and so we will have this is x degree, this is also x degree, this is also x degree. On the sides ER and MO, the isosceles triangles are ERX and MOX, and so we are having this. Now we can see that a y degree plus 44 degree, they must be, they are supplementary because they are linear pairs of angle. They are linear pair of angles. Linear pair. Y degree, that is angle EX, angle let's say, so angle EXR, we must have an angle OXR is equal to 180 degree, as they are linear pair of angles. So this implies what is EXR? Angle EXR we have labeled as y degree. So y degree plus angle OXR. Angle OXR is given to be 44 degree, is equal to 180 degree. So this implies y degree is equal to 180 degree minus 44 degree, which is equal to 136 degree. So y degree is 136 degree. Now in triangle EXR we must have y degree, the sum of the angles of the triangle must be equal to 180 degree. So we must have y degree plus x degree equal to 180 degree. So this implies y degree is 136 degree. We have 2x degree is equal to 180 degree. So this implies 2x degree is equal to 180 degree minus 136 degree, which is equal to 44 degree. So this implies x degree has to be equal to 44 degree divided by 2, which is 22 degree. So the value of angle x is 22 degree. OMX, angle OMX, it was asking angle OMX, and we have labeled angle OMX is equal to x degree. Now the triangle OMX will be isosceles, where both the angles on the base on the side MO are equal. So we will have angle OMX is equal to angle MOX, and we have labeled all these angles to be x degree. Similarly, the opposite, the triangle on the opposite sides, that is ER, it will also be a isosceles triangle, and the angles at the opposite ends of the side ER will also be equal to x degree. So this is important, that to know that in a rectangle we have if we draw the diagonals, we will have on each side of the rectangle we will have an isosceles triangle formed with the side and the point of intersection of the diagonals, and where in that triangle the angles on the two opposite ends of the side will be equal, and also the two triangles on the two triangles on the opposite sides of the point of intersection of the diagonals x will be congruent. So we will have in this diagram, we will have triangle EXR will be congruent to triangle MXO, and also we will have triangle EXM will be congruent to triangle RXO. So the correct choice is B. Okay, let's do question number 9. Okay, question number 9. In the following figures, ABCD is a square. ABCD is a square. PQRS is a rectangle. Okay. In the rectangle PQRS, the diagonals are intersecting at the point O and at the on the side, and we can see that the angle Q is being bisected into angles M and N. Okay. WXYZ is a rhombus and more is a quadrilateral. State whether the statements are true or false. We have to check, we have to tell whether all these statements or the equations are true or false given on the given figures. Question number 9. One is, what is it saying? PO is perpendicular to OS. PO is in the rectangle. PQRS is a rectangle. Now PO perpendicular to OS So the PO is perpendicular to OS means that it implies that PR is perpendicular to is QS, that is the diagonals PR and QS are intersecting at right angles. So this will imply that in a quadrilateral, if the diagonals, so PQRS is a rectangle. PQRS is the rectangle. It is rectangle. It is not a square. So in a if PQRS is a rectangle, we cannot say that in a rectangle. So this will be false. This will be false. So one is false because diagonals in a rectangle do not necessarily bisect and do not necessarily intersect at right angles, intersect at 90 degree. So in a rectangle, the diagonals do not necessarily intersect at right angles. So we cannot have PO perpendicular to OS in the rectangle PQRS. So this is false. Part 2. Mode is a parallelogram. In the mode, quadrilateral mode, we can see that mode is a parallelogram. Now in a parallelogram, mode is a quadrilateral. Now, so mode is a quadrilateral where we can see that the diagonals are bisected by each other. The diagonals are bisected by each other. Now, if a diagonal is so I think this is true. This is true as diagonals bisect each other, bisecting each other, diagonals bisecting each other in a quadrilateral. If in a quadrilateral the diagonals bisect each other, then it has to be a parallelogram. So this is true. 3. AO is perpendicular to OB. AO is related to the diagram ADBC, ABCD, which is a square. ABCD is given to be a square, and so definitely ABCD is a square. ABCD. So this is true. This is true. AO has to be parallel to OB. True, as ABCD is a square and diagonals AC is perpendicular to BD. So in a square, the diagonals always intersect at right angles. So this is true. Part 4. Angle OBA is equal to angle OAB is equal to 45 degree. This is also true. This is also true, as diagonals in a square bisects the angles which are, and each angle we know is 90 degree. So definitely each bisecting angle will be 45 degree. So definitely in the square ABCD, the angle AOB and the angle OBA will be equal to angle 45 degree, because angle OBA angle OBA will be equal to angle OBA, angle OBA should be equal to angle OBC, because because the angle B is being bisected by the diagonal BD, this should be equal to 90 degree by 2, which is 45 degree. So this is true. 5 is saying WY is equal to ZX, WY. So WXYZ is a rhombus. So WY is equal to ZX. So WXYZ is a rhombus, and in a rhombus it is not the case. In a rhombus the diagonals need not be equal. The diagonals can be unequal in a rhombus. So this is false. Diagonals in a rhombus, they do not necessarily need to be equal. So false, as diagonals in a rhombus need not be equal. Okay. 6, x is equal to y. So in the rhombus it is given the x and y, x is equal to y, x is equal to y. Will it be true in the rhombus? So we are having the rhombus something like this. W, X, Y, Z. So WY is they are intersecting, the diagonals intersecting at the point O, and it is giving this angle is X and this angle is Y. Are they equal? Are they equal? Yes, they are equal. X will be equal to Y, as they are alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles, since WZ is parallel to XY and WY is a transversal. So x and y are nothing but two alternate interior angles, because in the rhombus we know it's basically it's a rhombus is a parallelogram. So WZ has to be parallel with XY and WY is a transversal. So x and y are basically alternate interior angles, so they must be equal. Okay. And finally we have 7, m is equal to n. M is equal, we have more. M is equal to n. N, what is m and n? Okay, so it is saying, it is given that in the rectangle, PQRS is a rectangle. PQRS is the rectangle. So if PQRS is a rectangle, PQ, if PQRS is a rectangle, let the diagonals intersect at the point O, then it is if this angle is m and this angle is n, whether it is asking whether m is equal to n or not. So if PQRS is the rectangle, definitely QS will bisect the diagonals. In a rectangle, the diagonals, one second, no. In a rectangle, the diagonals do not bisect the angles. In a rectangle, the diagonals do not bisect the angles. So this will be false. This will be false, as as QS do not necessarily bisect. M will be equal to N only when QS will bisect the angle M, the angle Q. The diagonal QS will bisect the angle Q, but in a rectangle, the diagonals need not necessarily need not bisect the angles. A square, the diagonals of a square bisect the angles, but in a rectangle, it is not necessary that the diagonals will bisect the angles. So, in the rectangle PQRS, QS do not necessarily bisect angle Q. So, this implies that M is not equals to N. So, this is false. Okay, there is one more, part 8. It is saying angle W plus angle Y is equal to 180 degree. So, in with respect to the rhombus WX YZ, W plus Y is equal to 180 degree in a rhombus. So, if we have a rhombus, if we have a rhombus, so W X Y Z, if we have a rhombus, we know that we know in a rhombus this is parallel to this, and this is parallel to rhombus is a parallelogram. So the sum of that any pair of adjacent angles are supplementary. So we must have, so we will have W plus X will be equal to 180 degree. We can also have angle X plus angle Y is equal to 180 degree. We can also have angle Z plus angle Y is equal to 180 degree, and we can also have angle Z plus angle W is equal to 180 degree, but we won't have angle W plus angle Y. These two angles are not the opposite angles. W and Y are opposite pair of angles in the rhombus WXYZ, and they are not necessarily supplementary. So this is false. This is false. Okay. Let's do question number 10. In the quadrilateral PQRS, in the quadrilateral PQRS, PX is the bisector of angle P. Okay, so we have something like this. I have no idea what the quadrilateral is PQRS is. So PQRS is the quadrilateral. PX is the bisector of angle P. Okay, so something like this. Let's say X and is the bisector of angle P, and YR is the bisector of angle R. So YR. Okay, something like this. This is Y. Okay, so basically, okay, if PX is parallel to YR, okay, so these two are parallel, and we are also having PX is bisecting the angle P, so this angle is equal to this angle, and also YR is bisecting the angle R, so this angle is equal to this angle. Okay, and it is given X, what is X? Okay, so this angle is given as X degree, and this is, oh, okay, so this angle is given as Y degree, and X is to Y is given as 1:3. Then PQRS is a square, rectangle, kite, and rhombus. X is to Y is given as 1:3. PX is parallel to YR. if Px is parallel to YR, then mm, then what can we have? Only Px is parallel to YR. Px is parallel to YR. So we can consider adjacent angles, that is co-interior angles. Their sum must be equal to 180 degree. So this implies we will have angle we will have angle PXR plus angle YRX must be equal to 180 degree, as they are co-interior angles. Px is parallel to YR and XR is the transversal. XR is a transversal. So y degree, that is angle PXR plus angle YRX will be equal to 180 degree, as they are co-interior angles. So this implies, what is angle PXR? Angle PXR is y degree. And what is angle YRX? Angle YRX is equal to half of angle R, because YR is bisecting the angle R. So we have half of angle R is equal to 180 degree. Then PQRS. X degree, Y degree, PY, it is given PX is parallel to YR, PX is parallel to YR, EX is parallel to YR, then okay, also we will have PX parallel to YR and PY is a transversal, so this will imply angle XPY plus angle PYR, they are co-interior angles and their sum should be equal to 180 degree. This implies angle XPY is nothing but X degree and X degree, and angle PYR PYR is equal to 180 degree. Okay, we have this. Now R X degree plus X degree plus Y degree, X degree plus Y degree plus PYR plus R plus 360 degree. PX parallel to YR, px parallel to y are px parallel to y are, we can also have this will also be x degree. Since px is parallel to yr and py is a pyq is a transversal x degree corresponding angles. So we have this. Also, this angle is 180 px is parallel to yr, x s sxr is a transversal, so we will have this angle will also be equal to half of the angle r, half of angle r. Then PQRS is a square rectangle kite rhombus. So if this is angle z degree, this angle is z degree, that is so the angle r, so half of angle r is equal to z degree. Half of angle r is equal to z degree. This is also x degree. Okay. A ratio of x is to y is given as 1 is to 3. So definitely we must find the value of x and y. How can we find x and y? Angle r, z. Z also we can see that z degree is equal to 180 degree minus y degree. Z degree is also 180 degree minus y degree. Can we prove angle P is equal to angle R? Angle P is equal to angle R. X Z degree. So if okay, so this implies what is Z degree is equal to 180 minus y degree. Okay, and we also have Z degree is equal to half of R. half of r. Mm. Mm. X p y r p y r p y r. Somehow we must have an equation with x and y. That is some kind of x degree plus y degree. We must find the value of x degree plus y degree, and we have the ratio of x is to y. So we can then find the individual values of x degree and y degree. This is x and x tx is parallel to yr. Then what can we have? Tx parallel to yr. Okay. X is to y is 1 is to 3. Z equals to 180 minus y. Z. X. No, I'm leaving this problem. Sorry, I couldn't solve this. Let me get back to the previous problem. Question number, I think it was 4. Yes, question number 4. Sorry, I couldn't solve question number 10. Question number 4. Question number 4 was okay. So I assumed if so we were having two choices as correct, A and B. A and B. Now let me try to solve in a different way. Question number 4. So we are having this is a rhombus. No, this is a kite. ABCD is a kite. Okay, so this is a kite. A, B, C, D. It's a kite. Angle D is given to be 105. This is x degree, and this is y degree, and this is 50 degree. Now then values of x and y respectively are Obesity is a kite. Mm, mm, no information is given about which two sides are equal, which adjacent sides are equal. In a kite, we have two pair of adjacent sides to be equal. Mm, I think the way I solved it previously, there was nothing wrong in it. I mean, in this, if we assume angle D is equal to angle B, in a kite we have only one pair of opposite angles to be equal. If we assume angle D is equal to angle B, then we are having x, B is also equal to x as 105, and then y will be, then y is coming out to be 360 minus 105 minus 105 minus 50, 260. This is 100. So y is coming to be 100. If we assume that angle B and angle D are the opposite two equal angles in the kite, then angle B is 105 degree and angle A, that is y degree, is coming out to be 100 degree. So choice B can be a correct choice. And if we assume the other two opposite angles to be equal, that is angle A is equal to angle C, if we assume that, then angle y will be 50 degree, then obviously x will be 360 minus 105 minus 50 minus 50, which is 360 minus 205, which is 155. So in that case, we are having x is equal to 155 and y is equal to 50, which is the choice A. Okay, so I don't think my solution is incorrect. We are getting somehow two possible answers. Choice A can also be correct choice. Choice B can also be a correct choice. So okay, so I couldn't solve question number 10, and this question number 4 is a little bit confusing. Why two choices are coming as answers, I don't know. I will check these two problems, question number 4 and question number 10. I couldn't solve it. I will try to come up with the a better. I will try to solve question number 10 in a future video, and I will also try to address in that video regarding the problem number 4, why we are having two choices as answer. So I will end the video here. I hope this video will be beneficial to you in solving these problems. It will give you a good practice and judgment of your understanding on the concepts of polygons, parallelograms and quadrilaterals. If this video was beneficial, then please like it, share it with your friends, and once again please support me by subscribing to my channel, and also do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. So I will so the chapters of polygons, quadrilaterals and parallelograms is complete from the textbook of author R.S. Aggarwal. I will now prepare and solve 5 good problems in the other playlist, that is Maths 8 Hot. These problems will be relatively harder than these problems. Let's see how many set I can make. So please stay tuned for those videos. and also I will start the next chapter. Uh, Let me quickly check what is the next chapter in the textbook. After, oh, okay, so it is area of a trapezium and polygon. I will start this chapter in this playlist. So I will end the video here. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, take care and bye.